Welcome, collective. Thank you guys very much for joining me. So we were supposed to have a live read yesterday. I did have to cancel it. The contractors came over to work on the roof. They're still working on the roof, so you might hear a little bit of banging in the background. We're gonna try a live read for today, and we'll see sort of how it goes. If I think it's gonna be quiet enough, then we'll definitely do it. But if I think it's gonna be a little bit too loud, we might have to take a bit of a rain check. I definitely appreciate you guys being patient during this time till we can kind of get that piece of things sorted out. So if you do hear a little bit of maybe some bumps or some bangs in the background, today it is not spirit. Today it is just the roofers. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So I did have the letters and the numbers set aside, but I am getting told not to use them today. I'm getting told to start with the tarot tokens. So that's how we're going to start your read. So we'll grab a stir, give them a little stir, and grab 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. Pop forward here. And we'll see what they're all about today. So we have the Hangman. Oh, we have the Destiny coin. That's the blank one, right? So some things are still hidden. Some things are still secret or haven't been determined yet. On the Hierophant, interesting. So the Hierophant sort of represent taking time for introspection, maybe coming to certain conclusions. I mean, that Hangman is like the only thing that can hold us back from success in life is ourselves, our fears, our doubts, our insecurities. And maybe that's part of what we're going to be talking about, is somebody here might have the potential for change, but it's kind of sort of up to them whether they choose to get introspective or not and see a truth. We're going to go ahead and get started. So what message needs to come forward for the collective today here? Bad habits. Ooh, so the collective is dealing with an energy that most definitely has bad or destructive habits. This might even be addiction. I just keep feeling like somebody's kind of lost in it. They're kind of lost in it. Making really bad choices, threatening, intimidating. I don't think confronting them has gone over very well in the past. I feel like this person gets really defensive, kind of losing their shit. Actually, I feel like they have the potential to get carried away when they are doing this as well, like not in their right mind and a little bit unpredictable. Like it's making somebody nervous, it's making somebody uncomfortable. Like they hang out with just a nasty crowd. This karmic friend, they hang out with a lot of troubled people. They got some, I gotta tell you, there's a dual meaning to this card. This card says rejected. I feel like this person is having trouble with opportunities, like applying for jobs or things like that. They're getting shut down. It's because of the shit that they're doing. There's something about the way they present themselves that makes it obvious that there's something going on. And this is not somebody who people feel like they want to extend an opportunity to. So I do feel like they're getting doors shut in their face. It is because of what they're doing. I also have this feeling that this ties into something from childhood for this person, something that they had to deal with, some sort of trauma. Tripping on you. I grab a couple more. Are you feeling like they lose their temper? They lose their temper. They have a fit. Shit isn't working out for them. They're using not the best coping mechanisms. They're hanging out with people they shouldn't be. I feel like somebody's almost taking... It's like they're taking this person's burdens on themselves. They're worrying about this person. Are they going to grow up? Are they going to pull their head out of their ass? Are they going to ascend and figure it out? Are they going to get clean? I feel like it's actually now become draining on the collective's energy. Whoever this read is for, who's dealing with this person, it's become an unhealthy connection now. I'm starting to like take their crap on. Starting to take on their crap. We do have the dusted off card. It sounds super easy, right? Oh, just dust it off. Nothing's easy where emotions are involved and when you're feeling attached to somebody. But I do feel like somebody needs to stop making this sort of their responsibility. Stop making it their burdens, because they are taking on what somebody else is choosing to do. This guy wanted to pop out, and these ones came flying out unfazed. You know what? I'm going to tell you too. With the shit this person's experiencing, the door slamming in the face, there's other consequences here that they're having to deal with. And I do feel like it's the collective saying, I might have to step away from you. I can't be with you when you're like this. I feel like they act like they're unfazed. They act like they're unfazed, like, oh, I don't care. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I don't think that's true. I just think this person's got some darkness and they got some baggage. Wolf in sheep's clothing. Uninterested. They want to be seen as like cool. They want to be seen as cool. They want to be idolized. This person wants status, but instead of translating that into, okay, I'm gonna, do my best to learn some sort of a skill where I can build a career and I can build success and to build deep connections with people, and that's where I'll get my status, is these people see me as somebody who's worth caring about, worth investing, and all that kind of good stuff. Instead of going that way, they're like, I'm gonna wear nice clothes and I'm gonna act all crazy and I'm gonna take like goofy fucking selfies and post everything on social media and everyone's gonna think I'm the coolest and want to be like me. They're going like the opposite. They're going down the opposite road. I just keep feeling like they're chasing people away too. They're chasing good people away. They're chasing away caring connections. Probably some family members are starting to distance themselves from this person. Feel like they had friends in their life, like good ones from their past. Because I don't know that they were always like this. I think those people have cut ties with them or are moving away from them, don't want anything to do with them anymore. The crowd they're running with is very karmic, is very low vibrational, they're a lot of trouble. Divination abuser. So somebody is using divination for the wrong reasons or tuning in for the wrong reasons too. You know what? And I had this conversation with my mother-in-law, Frankie, from Frankie's Just Tarot the other day. Some of the reads that are coming forward that we've been getting, and some of those real karmic energies and the energies of the past person don't jive with the path that the collective's on. We get a lot of that collective energy about sort of healing and starting to look forward and to open up to new things and really focusing on a new beginning. And we keep getting this past crap coming back. And I mean, she was like, we got to have these past people and these karmics watching. And that's going to be where this energy is coming from. They're the ones who are watching the reads now. They're trying to spy on the collective, see what the collective is getting up to. Whoever this is with this bad habits, this is the divination abuser. This is somebody who may be watching tarot for the wrong reasons, to do it to spy on what somebody else is doing, perhaps their past person, or the collective energy, to see what the collective energy is up to. This is somebody who might actually use tarot themselves, but again, it's for the wrong reasons. Like, this kind of divination is meant to help those who are looking for insight, who are looking for answers, who are looking to become a better version of themselves and find that clarity and that healing. Whoever this divination abuser, this bad habits card is referring to, they're not using it for that. They're not using it in the way that they're intending. Romantic love affair. I don't know, this person strikes me as... Oh God, how do I say this without sounding really rude? You guys are probably already guessing what I'm after here. They have lots of partners. Nobody really solid. They kind of go from one to the next to the next. I don't feel a lot of self-esteem with this person. That's part of it too, or a lot of self-respect. Because if they did recognize their own self-worth and their own self-value, they would obviously hold themselves to a higher standard and those around them as well. So I feel like this is somebody who's definitely lacking in that department. And that's why I do get pulled back to this sort of this rejected card is getting so loud over here in the house. And it's like, this is stuff from the past, like past stuff that they dealt with growing up and maybe feeling rejected or feeling like they weren't good enough. And so now they're sort of taking this completely different approach in looking for acceptance. But it's like acceptance from karmic people. It's acceptance from low vibrational people. It's acceptance from people who get into trouble. It's like they've chosen this darker path to go on instead of choosing a healing way and choosing to ascend and choosing to step up. Move on. Yeah, I think they had a rough one growing up. But like, nobody grows up in a perfect life, right? We all go through shit. We all have disappointments. We all have hurts. We all go through crap that gives us baggage. We do. Nobody escapes unscathed. But it's how you choose to deal with it. And this person is not choosing to deal with. They're not choosing to ascend. They're not choosing to heal. They're not choosing to move on. And it's like the collective just, they don't want to ride this crazy train into the ground with this person. This person is almost like determined to run their life into a crappy situation. Careless. Yeah, absolutely. This person is being careless. Being careless, I do feel in their romantic encounters, this person is opening themselves up to diseases and things. This person is being careless with the people they hang around. They may wind up in sort of legal trouble or hot water because they hang out with some real winners. I'm telling you, I can feel it in the cards. And it's like whoever stays close around them or is attached to that, it's sort of like inevitable that that person gets dragged down with them. I don't feel like the collective wanted this. It's funny because I'm doing this read and I'm trying to ask my guides, where does the collective fit into this? And it just doesn't feel like they do. Like I don't feel the collective energy within this read. I feel this read circling around whoever this person is who's making these crap choices. I feel like this is something that the collective has stepped away from already. Ignoring, yeah, they're ignoring their problems. They're ignoring things like, and you know what? All of this stuff that comes forward, like opportunities, having doors closed in their face, those sorts of things, it is the universe's way of trying to wake this person up. Like, hey, what you're doing isn't working. It's not getting you positive results. See how things are negative. You're putting out negative energy and you're receiving negative things. I just don't feel like they get it. I don't feel like they're listening. They're not listening to what the universe is trying to say. Talking shit. And they run their mouth a lot and they talk big and they talk that they think they're like this idol and they feel great and like their ego is beautiful and their self-esteem is sky high. That is not what's going on here. That isn't. People who are like that, people who are high vibrational, people who love and respect themselves, let's face it, guys, don't behave this way. They don't have to because they're comfortable and happy within their own skin. They're able to build caring connections with people around them and maintain those caring connections with people close to them. They block out negativity. They look for personal success. Like this person is not what they're pretending to be. What's going on inside is a lot of hurt. This person has a lot of hurt and a lot of darkness on the inside. They're not dealing with it. Silence. Can you give me a few more of these guys, please, Spirit, for this read? I'd love to know why this message is coming forward today. Because like I said, I don't feel the collective's energy behind this message. Okay, nothing's coming out, so we are going to stop with that deck then. And apparently that's the end of that. I need a tarot deck to clarify this read. What tarot deck? This one. So why is this message coming forward today? That's what I want to know from Spirit. Why is this message coming forward? Strength. Like someone's being encouraged to heal. Like I said with that divination abuser, somebody's watching tarot, but they're watching it for the wrong reasons. Okay, they're not using it for the way that it's intended. And so tarot's kind of turning the tables here, and tarot's like, okay, if you're watching, here's a message for you. Here's a message for you. It's time to deal with that crap from your past. It's time to start digging into the darkness, digging into the shadow work. Recognize that these doors that are closing for you and this trouble that's coming forward is all meant to show you you're on the wrong path. It's meant to be like a wake-up call. Page of Swords. Yeah, they're using it. They are using it to spy on people from their past. They're using it to spy on others instead of using it for healing. The High Priestess. This High Priestess is like the universe. And she's pissed off. She's pissed off that this person is using tarot in this way. She's pissed off that this person is choosing not to look at the messages coming forward, not to use them in a healing or a cleansing way. This person's kind of choosing to stay in the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords, the figure within it, you can see this figure is bound, this figure is blindfolded and surrounded by swords. The thing about it is these binds are loose, so this figure could take them off at any time, which would free their hands to pull off the blindfold. And the swords are spaced far enough apart that this person can step through them. They're choosing to stay bound. They're choosing to stay blind and they're choosing to stay stuck. And that is what somebody is doing here, right? With this ignoring. We're ignoring the universe. We're ignoring the messages that are being sent to us. We don't want to hear it. We're talking shit, we're talking up a big game like nothing's wrong in our lives, and we're happy with the way that everything's going. But this person is not. You had the Tower card come out. I feel a very distinct warning in this one card. Very distinct warning for this person who is going through this. If you do not transform, some nasty ass karma is coming your way. I don't know what that tower is going to represent, but it's nothing good. I do feel like it ties into the connections that they're making now, these karmic friends that they have, this low vibrational friends. This may wind up in some sort of illegal trouble that they wind up in or taking part in, or maybe even just at the wrong place at the wrong time, hanging out with these people. But it's going to wind up being a big honking mess. Whatever it is they're a part of, if they don't sort of cut ties with this, if they don't start dealing with what they need to deal with, they got a big ass tower coming. A big ass tower. Because my mom always says the universe starts by whispering to us. You know, with the little signs, right? She'll start with a whisper. If you ignore her, she'll talk a little bit louder and a little bit louder until she's shouting at you. This tower is a shout. And I think she's gotten to the point where that's where it's come to. That's where the universe is at. They're like, hey, I'm talking to you now. And this is right before a freaking shout. This is the last warning. I think this is the last warning that somebody's getting to start changing what they're doing. It's like time for a new beginning. Time to start growing up. Time to start caring about yourself. Time to get focused. Time to get responsible. Because whoever this person is, like, I feel like the universe, I don't want to say she wouldn't bother. But if the energy is coming forward to try and teach this person a lesson, then they're obviously capable of learning a lesson, right? But it's up to them whether they choose to learn it or not, which I think is why we have the Hangman, the Destiny coin, and the Hierophant that came out. It's like, this person has not decided one way or another what they're going to do. This person has the potential to get introspective, to figure their shit out, and to stop holding themselves back from finding success in life. They're holding themselves back from a new beginning. From a new beginning that they can find success. They're sort of just staying in the shadow side. I do feel a lot of fear in the shadow side card. This might be confronting certain emotions or things that have happened in the past. Maybe some deep personal truths that this person is feeling, perhaps some negative self-talk. No, shit happened to them in the past. This King of Swords did something to them in the past. This was somebody who was in an authoritative position and a strong position and abused it with this person. I don't know exactly what happened, and I am not going to dig into it. Okay, just I know you guys are probably curious. Depending on what it is, it's extremely personal, extremely hurtful, and I have not been asked to dig into it, and I won't dig into it. But this figure caused a lot of pain for this person, and it's what set this journey off to begin with. It's what's sort of driven this person in this more self-destructive way. And this is something this person needs to be able to confront if they want to release it and start fresh, because this heaviness is holding them back. Whatever this heaviness is, it's almost like they've given their power to whoever this King of Swords represents, and the hurt that that person caused them in the past, and they just kind of handed the reins over. And it's time for them to take their reins back. It's time for them to take control back away from this King of Swords, away from the hurt that this person caused them, and to start stepping up in their own life and finding the success that this person is more than capable of finding. They can, and they deserve to have a happy life. Like, I don't feel like this person is a really horrible, terrible, evil person. They just have baggage, and they have crap, and they are making bad choices, and it's driving their life in a negative way. This person is capable of finding balance, and this person is capable of finding healing, but this is a choice that they need to make for themselves. Four of Wands. Wow. So I have the King of Pentacles, the King of Cups, the Empress, the Five of Wands here. I think they push away the people who love them too. I think they've had good caring people in their life, but because of this crap that this King of Swords did to this person, like this caused a lot of damage. This was something really bad, and it was something really dark and something very deep. I feel like this person has pushed away those who care about them, possibly parents who have tried to nurture them. I do feel romantic relationships, people in romantic relationships and friendships, ones that were really genuine, ones that genuinely cared for this person and wanted to invest in them. They've pushed those people away too with this behavior. They just have this deep fear of being hurt, of perhaps not being good enough, of maybe being rejected. And it's kind of like, if I keep everybody at arm's length, I have my walls up and nobody can break my heart. But no love can get in either, right? Nothing good can get in either as long as those walls are up. It's time to start bringing these walls down and start digging into things. I'll grab a couple more here. I got the Two of Swords. This is a scary journey for someone too. I feel like confronting this is something they've avoided for years, whatever that King of Swords did to them. They've avoided dealing with it for a very long time. But I keep getting, if this person keeps going the way that they're going to wind up in a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. It's time to be their own white knight and to rescue themselves from this. Two of Cups. It's interesting, this Two of Cups connection. I tell you, I do think it speaks to the collective. I think the collective was one of the gifts that the universe brought forward to try and help this person, sort of shake them out of what they were doing so that it wouldn't come to this tower. It was sort of like bringing somebody kind into their life, offering them a soul connection and somebody they could learn from and be inspired by and grow by. But again, like, all the universe can do is offer, right? All we can ever do is offer. It's all up to us to make our own choices and to choose our own path. And this person made their choices, and they weren't ready to hear it. They weren't ready to see it. They weren't ready to overcome the fears and to move away from the self-destructive behavior. I don't know what's going on right now that this person has this opportunity. Maybe it's the fact that they've been watching a lot of tarot, like I said, for the wrong reasons. Maybe the universe thought, well, shit, if you're watching, here's a message for you. But they're being encouraged to heal. They're being encouraged to confront their shadow work, to heal their heartbreak, to speak their truth, and to start a new cycle for themselves. That Ace of Cups is about a cycle of love and a cycle of abundance. This person needs to start that cycle of love by loving themselves, appreciating themselves, recognizing their own self-worth. It's time to step up. I just feel like the universe is saying step up, because if you don't, this is kind of like the last time. This is the last chance. And then it's going to be a shout. And this person's getting shouted at. It's time to stop playing these games. Time to stop playing these games and time to unload the burdens. Time to do the shadow work. Time to get focused, digging into that, and focus on healing and focus on loving themselves. We're going to grab a few more here. I don't know if this person's going to hear this message, to be honest with you guys. The Moon card. This Moon card, I get pulled back to look at the blank coin here. This person's still undecided. They haven't made up their mind yet. This could go either way, which is actually good news, because it's saying it's not guaranteed to go the way of the Tower, right? That means there's potential there for change. There's potential there for thought. It's funny, the Three of Pentacles, I see somebody coming away and maybe doing a little bit of thinking after this. Doing a little bit of thinking. Maybe that tarot read was for me. Maybe that tarot read did resonate a little bit more than I wanted it to. Maybe it is time to start looking at the crap that I'm doing and sort of step away from my ego and really recognize what my truth is, and hell, I can have a good life, and I can have positive things, and I can have loving connections, but it is up to me to do it. And it is up to me to deal with the darkness that occurred to me in the past, and to start letting the walls down from my heart, sort through my crap, and let my defenses down. This person has the potential to have a Ten of Cups situation. I do feel it's a reconnection with the people who they were close to at one point in time before they really started going deep down this path. There's family in that, there are friends in that. I also feel a future connection with somebody. This person does have the potential to have their, I guess you could call it happily ever after, or those beautiful connections and success in life. They do. This person's capable of finding it. And I feel like we got the Ten of Cups, we got the Tower card, and then I feel like we have the Destiny coin in between. It's undecided. This person can choose which way things go. They can choose to ignore Tarot's message today and move themselves closer towards this tower and experience this tower. Or this person can choose to get introspective and to start doing the shadow work, and it will lead them down a road that takes them to the 10 of Cups. But at the end of the day, guys, this one's about choice. This one's about choice, and it's kind of a toss-up. It's up to this person which way they go. I do hope they choose the path of the 10 of Cups, and can find happiness and can find balance in their own life. But at the end of the day, like I said, it's up to them. Alrighty, guys, take care.